and I specialize in your neighborhood. I'm actually, you're right in my core neighborhood there. I'd like to show you how I can get you your property sold for top dollar. Would you like to hear more?
I don't know, man. Not really. I mean, you sound just like everybody else who called me this morning. What are you gonna do different?
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it, David. I want to, help stop.
You haven't really caught my attention or done anything that's compelling to me yet. So what can I do for you?
Well, it's a hot market, so I can get you multiple offers to pick from. I can really market and position your property well, so that you can get top dollar and have a lot of offers coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I want top dollar anyway. So, I mean, if you have a buyer, feel free to bring them by. But ultimately, that's, yeah. If you have a buyer, I mean, do you have one right now?
No, I'm a listing agent. I don't have a buyer right now, but I can help you get many buyers, David. Is it okay if I ask you a couple of questions?
No, I don't need any questions. I need a buyer. So
okay, I can help you find multiple.
Give me a call back.
I can help you find multiple buyers. Is it okay if I come by later today? I'm going to be at your property at 4 o'clock. I can go over my marketing plan and how we can position your property to get multiple offers and top dollar.
I don't think so. Why don't you, if you have somebody that's interested, give me a buzz back, and then I'll, we could possibly meet if you have a pre-approval letter for the person. Okay.
I don't know. I'm frozen now. I'm not sure where to proceed from here. Where would you recommend I proceed from here, David?
So what I would recommend is maybe asking a little bit about why I'm doing it myself. You just kept saying, do I want top dollar? What does top dollar even mean, right? There's a lot of question to what that actually means. I think figuring out okay, I'm just curious, why are you selling it yourself? And again, the intro wasn't terrible, right? I'm not going to say it was terrible, but it sounded just like everybody else that calls me. So I think, if you're going to call people, figure out why they're doing what they're doing, right? And be clear. That I think that would have been the difference. So I just, when we say things like top dollar, what does that even mean? What does top dollar mean? Does anybody know? Can anybody tell me that on the stage? And this isn't a dig at you, Alex. I appreciate you. You come up every day and you contribute. So, but it's a lesson for the whole room. So maybe instead of saying, "Can I get you top dollar?" Hey, what if I could actually get you more after paying us a commission than you're even trying to get on your own? Is that something you'd be interested in? Oh yeah, well maybe, yeah. Tell me more about that, right? Or we say things like, "Hey, I can net you more money." Okay, great. Most sellers don't talk in terms of net, right? It's not even usually in their vernacular unless they're just doing their taxes or something, I guess. That's all. So, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't terrible. It may work for some, but this is not the some group. This is the high level group. So you're awesome. I know you always keep coming up. I give you a lot of props for that. And just keep practicing, man. Keep getting better. By the way,
I want to go.
Well, hold on a second. Yesterday, I had my scripts link up and had not realized it. Just let me know, because sometimes those things happen with those funnels, those links. But so anyway, we did send out the scripts.
Alec.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to say, Alec, I'm so glad to keep seeing you, because remember, everybody, he's a new agent. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's coming into this room. He's getting value. Hopefully he'll take advantage of coaching that will help him. But he's coming here, he's showing up, and he continues to get better and better. I heard it the first time he spoke, and he's only been licensed for a short time. So good for you, Alec. I think you're going to keep doing it for sure.
So also I want to add to that, Shawnee, Alex, massive kudos, okay? Because there's people that have been agents for years and years and years and they don't even come up to practice. So that is, I agree with Shawnee. That is a huge, huge plus for you. I do want to remind you though, when you are talking to people, I know that you like to get straight to the point, and that is phenomenal because a lot of people don't want to sit there and chit chat, especially on the East Coast. But you need to also remember to find their motivation. Okay, why are they selling? See, David did mention, why he was selling it himself, but you never once asked him why he was wanting to sell his house, where he was going to be going. You need to find those little pieces of motivation because that's going to help you get in there and actually relate with him and understand it a little bit more. Okay. But good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
One last thing, Alec. I just wanted to say one last thing. Just one thing, I would watch your tone. You want to sound a little bit, upbeat, excited. A little, the tonality does make a difference. So I know you're just starting out, but remember that too when you're speaking to people, their tonality.
Okay, thanks very much. Appreciate that.
Good stuff. Good feedback. I meant to say that too with the tonality. You do have kind of a just like a how do I say it the right way? You're just like at one level. Yeah, monotone, I guess. Yeah, that's it. But it's one level, so it's okay to be monotone, but then switch up a little bit and then slow down a little bit. Go a little fast, right? Like that. You want to practice that. And a good way to practice that is in your role play, when you're role playing with people. Practice slowing down, speed up, emphasize some words, right? That's how you want to practice. So then when you're on these, that's why it says, connect in 7 seconds. A lot of times, these people are getting a lot of calls. If you sound just like the last guy that called, people are just going to hang up on you.
I get that. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
I don't want y'all to be average. It's not the point. If Aaron and I were doing this room every friggin' morning since last March, for people to come up to the stage and be average, man, shame on us. We want friggin' ninja rock stars that are out there taking listings, and that's what the intention is here to create. So, yeah, man. Anyway, good job, Alex. Again, mad kudos to you.
Thanks.
Okay, Gus had wanted to go next, so I don't know anybody that would like to go with Gus.
I will. If somebody else
So I'm saying, let's do a reset first, if you could. I can sing if you want in the background. I need you to go down there. Use those 2 little arrows in that left.
Okay, Gus, do you want me to be FSBO or for sale by owner? I'm sorry, for sale by owner or expired?
It could be a FSBO.
Okay, you can go ahead and call me.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Gus O'Philly from ERA Dawson Bradford. I was looking for the owner of Main Street.
Yes, Gus, it's me.
Hey, how you doing today?
Well, there's no realtors. I think you said that you're a realtor, I'm assuming.
Yes, I am a real estate agent. I seen your listing on Zillow. I just wanted to ask a few questions. Beautiful home, first and foremost. Now, were you looking for about 20 to 25,000 over asking price on that home?
Well, I want as much as I can get, but I don't want to pay commission.
All right. You don't want to pay commission?
Of course not. No. Why would I market?
I mean, who does want to pay commission? I don't blame you with that one right there. But as you know, like I said, I am a realtor. I do work off commission, but that's not even the point I'm talking about today. What I wanted to ask a few more questions about your home, because I believe it's a beautiful home. How many showings have you had already? Because I might have some interest in it.
We've had a lot of showings, and if you do have somebody, that's fine. I will let a realtor work, but I'm not paying a commission. You just have to arrange for them to pay your buyer to pay your commission. So you're welcome to show it. I know some realtors do that, so you're welcome. Just that they'll have to pay you.
Okay, and totally understand. With that being said, you've had a bunch of showings, so it's not under contract yet?
No, it's only been in the market 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Do you know the average right now is about 2 to 3 days?
We're waiting for the right buyer. We put a lot of work into our house, and I read the news. I know I can sell the house, and I don't need to pay you guys.
All right. No, I totally totally understand. One thing I would bring up is you've had it on for 2 weeks. The first thing I said out of my mouth is that house can go for 20 to 25,000 more than what you have it listed for. With a bunch of showings, how's that been working for you?
It's been working well. Like I said, a lot of people are interested. I've been following up. I didn't expect it to show overnight. I do have 2 dogs, so I can't show it all the time, but I'm fully expecting to sell it. If they want to give me $20,000 more, that's great.
All right, so as far as it being over 20, me believing running comps, it could sell for over 25,000 more. You're telling me about dogs being in the household. That sounds like it could be a little bit difficult. And you've had a whole bunch of showings. I just don't understand with this house being so nice. Why hasn't it sold yet? I got clients that would go ahead and buy that within a couple minutes.
Hey, can I jump in, man? Gus? Hey, listen, Gus, what you were saying is so compelling, the 25,000 over thing, right? Why just stick with that? I feel like you just keep you jump, you know what I mean? You're jumping over. You gotta dig down and help her understand how you can do that.
Well, how I'm attacking it is I'm reiterating the amount more she can go with it. And then I circle back and I'm adding another layer on top of it where she told me that she had issues with dogs, and then she had issues, then she had a whole bunch of showings.
There's a truck on its side right here in front of me. This is insane. Wow. Holy shit. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, no, I'm here. Listen, Brian, I'm just giving you some feedback. I'm listening, and it's all over the place. And with Shawnee or me, I don't know that you would even last this long. I'm just giving you some feedback. I think you got a really compelling offer, which I love. I'm a huge fan of compelling, but I think you got to dig down on that, help her understand that that's even a reality, and it doesn't sound like that's the case right now. That's all I'm getting at.
I understand.
Gus, does that work for you? What you said normally?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I think that if you cut down your intro in a significant amount, it would be a hell of a lot better. Like if you say, Gus, Aaron, ABC Realty, how you doing today? Gus, you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah,
you're working. I'm going to go with what you said. Gus, Aaron, ABC Realty, how you doing today?
So
I'm role playing with you.
I'm sorry. Hey,
Good.
how you doing today, sir?
Good. Main Street. If I could get you $20,000 to $25,000 over asking price, would that pose a problem for you?
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested. I mean, I'm not looking to pay any commission, but yeah, definitely interested in that.
Well, of course. And like I said, the numbers need to make sense for everyone to even see, if there's an opportunity to work with each other here. So, but like I said, we're looking at 20 to 25 grand over asking price. So, I mean, everybody's headed out somewhere. Where are you moving to?
I'm moving in with my mother. She's sick right now.
God, I'm sorry. Very sorry to hear that. So I keep in mind, I'm going off the top of my head here on this stuff, but so did you have like a time frame? Like, do you want to be out there yesterday, or do you have a little bit of time to kind of work with now?
I mean, you know how real estate is. I'm seeing houses get listed and gone. This one's been sitting for about 2 weeks. The sooner the better.
Sure. I mean, that's the exact reason that we need to sit down and have a conversation to see if I could actually get you 20 to 25 grand over asking. What works better for your schedule, late morning, early afternoon, or Saturday?
What exactly will we be talking about?
Like I said, discuss, like I said, I'll take a look at the house. We'll pop around. I'll run some numbers with you. I'll see if the numbers make sense. If the numbers make sense, we can further the conversation. If not, you kick it back out of your house.
Okay, so and I get where the part you were saying as far as I wasn't jumping on it quick to set up dates and times to be able to meet with them quicker. So I get the plan of attack you had right there.
You were just you took your own line and you shoved it like 3/4 in, where that needs to be the first thing, because like we have here 7 seconds, man. You don't have a lot of time to work with right off the bat, and if you're comfortable and confident that you can get somebody that much money over asking, you need to blow that out of the water right off the bat.
No, understand.
Why don't you give me a call? Why don't you flip it around a little bit? Let's see what we can do with that. Is that cool?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, give me a ring.
Ring ring.
Good morning.
Morning. This is Gus O'Philly from ERA Dawson. How you doing today?
I'm good. Guys, what's going on?
I'm taking a look at your house here on Main Street. I was wondering if you'd be interested in getting about 25,000 over on that house.
How would you do that?
Quite easy. I've seen it's been listed for about 2 weeks. What I want to do is set a time to meet up with you and talk about how we can benefit you and put you in a better situation.
But how would you give me 25,000 over asking price?
Well, like I said, I am a real estate agent. One thing I've done is I ran comps on your property, and I'm seeing the marketing. I've only saw it on Zillow. Have you thought about putting it other places?
What do you mean?
Well, as far as marketing wise, I've my clients weren't even able to find it, and I had to go ahead and present that to them. So what I want to go ahead and do is sit down with you and help you out to get this property sold for you.
So you said my client. So do you have a buyer?
Potentially,
Yeah, bring the buyer through. You're more than welcome to. We'll even pay you out X to bring them in. So you're more than welcome to do so.
Okay, what time would work for you?
To bring your buyer with anytime. Come with the buyer anytime you like. Like I said, give me a couple hours notice just so I can straighten up the house a little bit. But anytime with the buyer.
Okay, so what I would like to do is sit down and talk with you first before I bring any buyer, so I know the house before I go ahead and present that to the buyer, and so we can have a conversation from there.
Do you show any house you show? Do you always look at it first?
You see how fast houses are going, and people have tough schedules. So anytime a nice house hits the market, and I know it fits for one of my buyers, I go see it for myself.
Let me stop you there for a second. You went down the easy path towards the buyer route. Okay. You were working it, you were fine, and then I deviated you slightly, and you went over to the buyer route, which is a cheap out, especially if you don't have a buyer. Don't tell me you have a buyer, because that's how you probably don't. Okay. So there's one line that you could have used in the beginning where I want you to really grab onto it. Okay. Where I said, if we could get you $20,000 to $25,000 over asking price, would that pose a problem for you?
Open-ended question.
It's a reverse-ended yes, because what's happening is they're saying no, that wouldn't pose a problem, which puts them in the power seat because they just said no to you, but in essence, they're really giving you a yes. Got it?
Okay.
Then you go into your motivation. Slightly into motivation. One quick question. Don't care how you ask it or what you say. I would say everybody's going somewhere. Where you head out to? We are moving to Marietta, Georgia. Wow, what brings you to Marietta, Georgia? Family. Got it. If I could get you to Marietta, Georgia, are you with me here? Are you with me?
Yeah, me.
Okay. And then they say that you've already got them committed on two different levels. Gotcha. We could definitely assist you with getting to Marietta. What works better for your schedule? Late morning, early afternoon, or Saturday? Well, then I want to hold up for a second. I don't want to do anything yet. Well, what you told me was if I could get you 25 over asking price, and like I said, you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to do that. Okay. Like if you're saying that, you better freaking get that. I'm going to preface that right ahead of time. Otherwise, don't lie to people. And then they say, but you told me if I could get you XYZ over asking price, that wouldn't pose a problem for you. They're like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you kind of back them into their own words.
Okay.
Make sense?
No, I got it.
Okay. Practice it.
I think it was great. I like what Aaron said because Aaron's like me, like, Aaron gets right to the point. I would have wanted for somebody to not waste a lot of time, with my personality. And a lot of people in the Northeast, I know you're in Maine, they're like that. They don't want to talk for a long time. They just want to know how you can do it, how you can sell their house without the commission, the net. I would have talked about the net. So they said to me, hey, listen, I can net you the same amount in your pocket. Than you do your own. My line is that I tell people, why would you do it yourself? I can net you the same amount or more. And I do all the work. Why would you do it yourself? Something to that effect, looking at their personality and listening to what they're saying. But that's what I would have been receptive to. But I thought you were very persistent and I like your tonality, but I think it was just too wordy for me. Thank you.
And keep in mind, when you're dealing with people in general, majority of the people are not going to be like this. I've had this conversation yesterday. Yet when you deal with the for sale by owner, the majority of the people are going to be short, sweet, to the point, the dominant personality. So we
have to be able to wrap our heads around a dominant personality, because it's people want to sell a house for a couple. They want to save money, or they want to do it themselves. There's not really any other reason, at least in my, or maybe they have to do it. All right, so just keep in mind that we need to master with FSBOs working that dominant personality. Yes.
Aaron, can I ask you a question?
Of course not. What's up?
Where are you a broker at?
New York.
What state? Okay. And Shawnee, you're in PA, New Jersey?
Yep, I'm in PA, but I also work in New Jersey.
Okay. So one thing, and Aaron, you give me good feedback, and I can tell you were from the city parts, on how you position it. Great, it was great. I guess where my thing is in Maine, it's a lot laid back and built conversations into things before anyone will let you through the door. And I think it's also who you're speaking to. So in the role play, not with you so much, Aaron, but with Shawnee was still on the phone with me. If Shawnee was like, "Hey, I'm about to hang up," then I would have switched. But if she was still talking with me, I'm going to have a conversation with her as long as possible to slowly get to where I need. I think one thing is your demographic of who you're speaking to. If I'm speaking with someone to New York, I got to get right to the point. Well, not from New York, but a gentleman that's precise and knows what he wants. Then I have to get to the point. So that's the only thing I would say on my end.
Oh yeah, and you know your market better than I do. But still, what you need to do is you need to lay some subtle closes down, regardless of whether you're talking to New York or like Arizona. It doesn't matter. When you ask the right questions, it leads you down the right path, which will eventually get you the answer that you desire. Does that make sense?
So let me jump in
Understand.
there for a second. So the reason I jumped in is because I wanted to just, for people listening, you had asked her a really good question about the $25,000, but then instead of letting her answer the question or kind of even give you a rebuttal to it, you then went to, well, why do you think the house didn't sell? So you switched gears is essentially what I was saying. Does that make sense? So, and it's not about, and I understand people in different areas, different regions are, some people you want to connect with more, you're going to be more talking. I understand that. But the point I was trying to make was the question in that you asked. You could have dug deeper on that before you moved to something else.
No, 100%. And I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
Okay, that was the only point I was trying to. I thought you were doing a fantastic job. And frankly, I like it because it's compelling if it can be done. Okay. And if you look at the title, it says connect with someone in 7 seconds. Like I'll call somebody and say, "Hey, David Hill, eXp Realty. Hey, reason for my call is, are you familiar with Lakeside Ave in Shrewsbury? Yeah, I know, that's great. We just sold that house. It was a for sale by owner. We sold it for $35,000 over his asking price. Is that something you'd like us to do for you?" Right? I mean, that's compelling, right? Now you're into a conversation with somebody. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And that doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be that, but what we're trying to do is just be different because it's such a competitive thing and so many people are calling. So you sound really good though. And I just wanted to make that point. That's why I jumped in.
You know what else works really well?
What?
You call and you're like, "Hi, David, Aaron, ABC Realty. Do you by chance know David Hill?" They either say yes or they hang up the phone on you, but it's very enticing.
Yes, that's exactly right. And I would, what else works really well is just always pay me a 25% referral whenever any of these lines work, no matter where you are in the country.
Make it 32. I'm 32. I'm thinking 32.
I gotta give Aaron 7%.
You have to cut me in on that. You got to cut me in on that one.
All right. Hey, you know what? I think it's 8:50. Everybody has contributed so far. Thank you very much. You guys are actually rocking it, and I just want to give you the whole applause. And we got time for. I think we got time for one more. What do you think? So.
I'll go.
All right, let's go. I'm back home. Got the roadcaster going now. So who's ready to go next?
Hey, I'll go, David.
All right, who wants to go?
Edwin wants to go.
Edwin.
Edwin. All right, Edwin. All right. So Armando. Seems like I'm. Actually, Who wants, I heard Armando first, so we'll let Edward and Armando go. And if we have time for one more, we'll jump Kevin in there, right? Ready?
Edward can practice on me.
All right, thanks, appreciate it. I'm gonna call Fizbo. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. I'm calling about the home for sale. Is this the owner?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Armando, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Armando. My name's Edwin Paz. I run a real estate business in the area, and I noticed that you're selling the property yourself. I'm just calling to see how things are working out for you.
Oh, things are great. Yeah, it's been on 3 days, and a lot of calls on it. Super excited about it. Kind of fun for us to do it. But yeah, if you have anyone interested,
Got it. Yeah, well, that sounds good, and that's exactly why I was calling you. Just curious, so just wondering, what are you planning on doing when you do sell this home? You and your wife, are you relocating?
or did you have anyone interested from your firm or business?
Well, that's exactly why I'm calling you, because I was wanting to see if I can set up a time to meet with you in person and speak to you a little bit more about what I could do for you that can help you sell this home. Is today at 3 good for you, or would 4 be better?
Oh, okay, got it. So yeah, we're doing it ourselves. I don't know if you saw the Craigslist thing. We're doing it. Sounds like you've been around enough to know what that is.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. And Armando, I see you're selling it for sale by owner. I'm just curious. Is the commission the main reason why you decided to sell the home on your own instead of using an agent?
I mean, these days it's just how's the playing off the shelf. So I mean, our neighbor did it himself. It lasted 5 days, and now they closed. It's like a quick cash deal. So why should I pay the extra 25K on the MLS and put it on their Instagram or whatever?
Yeah, I get it. Believe me, I completely understand that, Armando. But let's say if I could meet up with you and I can show you how I can sell your property and for you and actually net you more money than you would if you sold it yourself, even after you paid commission, is that something you would be interested in looking at?
Not at the time, man. The way the market is just doing ourselves, and like you said, our neighbor found it himself and saved 15, 20K. The way the things are looking right now, it's probably not going to last 3 days.
Yeah, I completely understand that, and I get it. And I know that if you would have thought an agent could have done that for you, you would have hired one already, right? But like I said, that's exactly why I would like to speak to you a little bit more about it, because I can show you a financial benefit that if you do list with me, then rather selling it yourself on your own. What I would say is, as a for sale by owner, you may attract unqualified prospects, a lot of investors who are going to send you lowball offers, and buyers who are not really ready to buy a home yet. But I can speak a little bit more about this with you in person, no pressure, a quick 15 minutes out of your day, and I'll show you some information and some details and what we do better to get your property sold. You think you'd be interested in that today, or tomorrow? I'm available as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're gonna already obviously plan on putting out the tomorrow, Thursday, Thursday evening, thing. We hired a band and service they hand over, like that. So yeah, I mean, the Kelly just we should get $10. So I just don't see the need for an agent to step in. I mean, if you want to bring your buyers, have them pay, standard commission. At the moment,
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it. I understand it. And I'm sure, you know, with the market right now, the way it is, you know, I wouldn't doubt that you can find a buyer. The difference with me is I look to find many buyers at once. So I don't have a buyer today. Obviously, I haven't seen the property yet. My job is to tour your home, know the layout, the upgrades, and that way I can lead generate and market to find you
Edwin, why
many buyers.
don't you just come by the party tomorrow? You know, I mean, it sounds like you have nothing going on. I mean, I just want to look at this car.
Yeah, absolutely, Armand. So you will be there tomorrow at the open house. I can speak to you in person a little bit.
Yeah, it is my home.
Awesome. All right, sounds good, Armando. I will be by to check your open house out tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right. Appreciate that. Philosophy. All right, let me know.
Yo, the sound effects was legit though. Wait a minute, that was nice. Yo, who was
All right, hold
A
on.
little violent though.
Oh, that was.
I know, like he's shooting the club up. That is
The ending was yeah. Hold on, we gotta give you some room.
Here's
there.
what I say.
Yeah, that ending made my heart jump there. Blood pressure went up.
real.
Seems like opposites are in conflict.
All right, listen. It just sounded like you guys are on two different conversations. I hate to say it. That's my thought process. You know, one of the things I think, and you let me know, Armando, a turning point. You would ask a really good question. If I could get, it was something around the lines, if I could actually get you more money, would you, you know, would you use me or something? Armando said, yeah, of course. Well, no, I think it was along the lines of you're selling yourself because you want to net more money. And Armando said, of course. All right, perfect. So if I could show you a way that I could net you more money, would you then use me? And but I see that question was never asked because you even said to him, well, hey, what if I can get you an extra $25,000 or whatever you said? And he was like, no, I'm all set. But the reason he said, no, I'm all set is because he doesn't believe you. And like, I will literally call people out when they say that. I'll say, well, if I could actually show you, I could put like like you're asking 350. What if I could get you your 350 after my commission? Would you then work with me? No. But you already, but you mentioned you are looking to sell it and make the most money. So what I'm hearing is you don't believe what I'm saying that can happen, right? That's what I'm hearing. Like I'll literally call people out because that's if they believed what I was saying, they would only say yes to that question. It's only logical. Yeah, it makes sense. What I try to use is that line like that. If I can show you how I can sell this property for you and actually net you more money than if you sell it yourself after you pay commission, is that something you would be interested in looking at? He didn't really reply, so I kept going with that, trying to get the appointment until I ended up in the open house. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I think just digging deeper. I think all of us could do it, including myself. You know, sometimes just digging a little bit deeper on that one specific point, right? I think coming in here with a couple different points, like think about a for sale by owner. Why is a for sale by owner selling? I know Aaron said earlier because they want to sell themselves. Most don't want to sell themselves. It's either they think they're going to make more money selling it themselves. Some do, but 99% of them think they can make more money selling themselves. Did I hear somebody say no?
No, David, you're right. I was agreeing. I was saying, yeah, pretty much it. They just want to net more money.
Yeah, so I feel like if you just focus, like, and listen, I'm not just saying this. I'll jump on here this afternoon and call FSBOs and let you listen to me set appointments. But and I've done it. I've done it hundreds of times. Well, maybe not hundreds, but a dozen times throughout the last year. We've been on this dozens of times, and it's just hunkering down on that. That is the they call it Grant Cardone, right? He calls it the direct buying motive, right? The DBM. The DBM is I want to make more money. If we can figure out that's how we win with these people.
David, one quick question.
Yes.
How about the for sale by owners that's already priced the house too high?
And yes.
And you cannot offer that line right there where you're saying, if I could net you more money, then you would have to, up the price of the house, it's already too high. So how do you handle that?
I would
Yeah.
handle that in the listing appointment when you actually get the email back. And then if they say wants to sell it myself, okay, then I go into the motivation. Like where you have to go and you said you want to get the order, okay. When you have to get the
Yeah,
situation.
so
And not every listing is worth it. I just want to say real quick, David, I had somebody who was for sale by owner, and I tried to talk to, they wanted me to list. I refused to list the house. It was so overpriced. You know, it's a waiting game for those people. So not every listing is going to work.
yeah, 100%. It's a good question. It's a fair question. So set the appointment, do your homework, and if the price is friggin' way out of sync, then call back and pre-qualify, and maybe you might cancel the appointment or maybe not. Because if the motivation's strong enough, you can still get away with listing it high and then reducing the price, right? I mean, there's a lot of different ways to go here, but the point of this call is to set an appointment. It's
Motivation trump price.
yeah, that's absolutely right. It does every time. So the purpose is set the appointment. You're not, and again, I think one of the things is I'm not telling anybody I can get them 25,000 over asking price. What I tell people is, hey, do you know 32 Lakeside? Do you know 56 North Main Street in Grafton? Those are two examples of for sale by owners that were asking a price that we came in and we got them, in one case, $65,000 over that price they were asking themselves. Another one, $35,000. Oh, we did that for them. So all I do is I share those examples with people. And if you don't have those examples, then use my example. Say, hey, you know, there's this real estate trainer that I work with, right? You're in this room and he has done this for these people, or there's this team in my office or my broker, or whatever you want to say. You need to come up with some examples where that's been done so it becomes more believable. And I think that's the struggle we have with a lot of these people. They don't believe us. And so many people are calling and a lot of them sound exactly the same. So there's a believability issue that's happening here.
I have a question.
Yeah, it's 9:03. We'll go to your question, and then after that we're gonna wrap it up. So yes, what's your question, sir?
Yeah, just real quick, because I know I couldn't convince Armando to an appointment, and I had to settle for the open house. How should one approach that? Do you go prepared already to the open house with like a listing presentation, or you just kind of go casual and meet the person first?
I carry a tablet. For you guys that work with me, you know, on my tablet, everything's there all the time, right? My listing presentation's there, my contracts are there, everything's on the tablet, so I'm always prepared, always. I go at the end, I get there 10 minutes before it's over so that they're done with the open house, there's no more distractions, and then they're gonna give me some time. And if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Then I follow up. Does that help?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
Always prepared, always.
I can add something to that real quick for him, David, if I could.
Sure.
Hey, thanks, man. Edwin, real quick, we do mega open houses. So if you're going to an open house by FSBO, and I love David's suggestion at the end, you see how many people actually came through. Typically, an owner will get maybe 5 to 7, maybe 12 in this market. But if you can tell them, listen, we do make open houses that we partner with FSBOs like yourself, and what would you like if we brought 25 buyers through the door? And let us sponsor and advertise the next open house. And then he said, well, why would you do that? Because they keep all the commission from the sale. You got to mention that. You don't take commission of any buyer that walks through there. And they said, well, why would you do that? Well, that's what I'd like to talk to you more about. This is how the program works, blah, blah, blah. Reason why we do it is because NAR suggests that less than 1% of people that walk through a door in open house actually buy it. So I don't care about the 1%, me as the agent. I want the other 24. The seller doesn't know that. But if he hears you can bring him 25 buyers, he keeps all the commission, he's going to let you do it. That's it.
All right, excellent. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We are wrapping it up today. Appreciate you being here. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:20 Eastern Time. Thanks for hanging out. No links to click today or anything. Just good content for you. So we'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Shawnee, Shantae, Greg, Aaron, Armando, Edwin, Kat, Gus, Quincy, Laura, Ronaldo, Mania, Roy, Albert, Harold, Ashley, Lisa, Greg, Shuvi, and everybody else that's in the room. Appreciate you guys coming in. Have a great rest of your day.
Have a great Wednesday.
Thank you. Guys, have a great day.